property or security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well hear this now, Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go, it come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are the current affairs, the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago presently. So remember, share our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. And there's also a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Now, we encourage you to share our live stream. Why? It is important to us and it is important to you also. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live, viewers. On Facebook, it's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So remember that. Remember, I'm a licensed money lender, viewers. You're looking for cash borrow and you don't have, not a problem. As long as you have collateral, house, land, car, gold, you will get cash borrow. I would love to do business with you as long as you're not owing on whatever items or property that you are using. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit also, viewers. So don't miss out on the great offer. 4%, it's 4,000 and 100,000 every 12 months. Remember that, viewers. Invest in Real Talk. We're here to stay. We're here to grow. We're here to make changes to Trinidad and Tobago. And thus far, viewers, I am proud to say we are making changes. We are making changes. This is the only program in Trinidad and Tobago that deal with current issues in our country and getting things done. So I do want to thank you for making us the #1, and we have been remaining #1 for a number of years now. All because of you, the viewers of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So as we start our program tonight, viewers, just an update of the protest in Reach Road in Barapo. Today, protest resumed protest action earlier today after promise to commence road rehabilitation work never materialized, viewers. 2 weeks ago, residents ceased protest action after Minister in the Ministry of Works and Transport, Rishi Sukhai, gave his assurance that road works will begin. Now, viewers, let me tell you something, A lot of ministers will promise and promise and promise and promise, but I will tell you something. The Finance Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, which is Mbut, unless he releases funding, no project cannot start in our country. I want you to understand that. Unless Mbut releases funding, no project cannot start or commence in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember this, viewers. I am telling you this. So any minister, any councillor, any MP could promise from now until God come down. Until God comes down, that project ain't going to start. If Colin ain't release funds, that is it. Let me tell you something. All ever see minister get embarrassed? Oh, we're going to start. We started next week. Let me tell you something. Colin is embarrassed them own ministers and them. You know how? While you promising the people that, hey, we're going to start, Colin ain't releasing nothing. He ain't releasing nothing. So Rishi Sukhai now gave his assurance that road work will begin. Now, did any road work start in Barapo? No, it did not. Why? Because money didn't release. Who have to release it? Call him Mbut, the Minister of Finance. So Sukhai is just going to get labeled and labeled and labeled, and it starts right there. Right there it starts. The bad name starts right there. The failed promises starts right there. Now, I am not blaming Sukhai, I am not in his ministry, but I'm just showing you how these 6 for 9 is go. They are pleading for assistance. Listen to this.
Okay. Look, there's a guy died right in the house there who got blown up in the plant, right? And the funeral will be sometime in next week. Okay? That's the guy who got blown up there.
The massive burning.
Right? The massive burning.
With the death, the funeral live
Right?
right there.
Right there.
Right there, the massive burning.
So I don't know if the horse is passing to come with that funeral.
Say, see viewers, they are protesting. 2 weeks ago, they ceased protests. They ceased protests. Call her good night.
Good night, Saieed. Saieed, imitation vaccine vagrant.
Go right ahead, you're live.
I'm very, very annoyed. You see that gentleman who died at Naikwan? I have to pin that on the real vaccine vagrant. You remember the 4 who died in Paria?
Yes.
And a year ago, it had a major explosion at Naikwan. The Ministry of Energy has been hiding the reports on these major accidents, which takes workers' lives. Why have they not put it in the public so the people could do the requisite corrective and preventive action? I am reading from a newspaper, online newspaper, where they said when the fire occurred, the gentleman was covered with flames and things, and he get about 40% burn. But you know how he came off the platform? 5 people downstairs tell him to jump, they go catch him. He jumped, and they couldn't hold him, and he hit his head on the ground. The major newspaper is not carrying that story. I have it. Go and look for his APZ News or DJS News. They give you the full coverage of it. And the Prime Minister, the Minister of Energy, and the Cabinet has to pay an account for the lives
What site we going on to look for the video?
Sorry?
What site we going on to look for the video?
I will send it. Not the thing is the news article I've given you. The news article by Prior Bihari, his news article. That is the only one the Prime Minister is invite to his news conference. So he has written that, and it's a social media newspaper, and you can get it. They're hiding it on the major printed newspaper. People are not aware of that. So when we get the investigation and they tell us how he died, we know what he died for. I mean, they say there's no health and safety policy. How can you allow a man to jump and is basketball you're playing? Oh, gosh, man, that griped me today when I hear it. I didn't get a chance to go on them talk radio to vent my frustration and my anger. I wait for you because I will get a hearing from you. I'll go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, talks are among the opposition. UNC, Gary Griffith for National Transformation Alliance and Gavin Nicholas for Movement for National Development, MND, for a collaborative unity arrangement to contest the local government election. This comes after UNC leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa confirmed that the UNC had been holding discussion with other groups and at least 2 smaller parties have approached the UNC. The local government election is scheduled for August 14, while nomination day is June 26. Imagine that, eh? 2 smaller parties are actually going to collaborate with the UNC for the upcoming local government election. Well, viewers, we're going to wait. We're going to see what is the outcome of this. Just don't forget what the present government did. Don't forget that. I always say, I belong to no party. I belong to no party. But when you put yourself up for a candidate and you win your seat, do as you promise. Do as you promise. Because me being on television, I will hold you accountable. Because if people believe in what you are going to do, they believe in the spoken word that you have told them. Now that when you reach in power, you know there's a saying that the table turn. I will hold you accountable on national television. So you're not just going to sit down in your seat and feel people forget you, you know. No. I wouldn't forget you. And I put you on the spot on my live program. So, shifting gears a little bit, viewers. There have been increase in murder, car theft, and narcotics offense over the last 6 months. National Security Minister Saieed Ali told the Senate that the prevalence of automatic assault weapon with 5.56 and 7.62 caliber ammunition is a factor to the increased murder in the last few weeks. Listen to this.
For one thing, the prevalence of assault weapons, automatic weapons, as compared to previous times where you might have had revolvers and pistols. Now with automatic weapons, we have seen more double murders in the last 72 hours. In this country, 96 hours, we have seen about 3 double murders. That is as a result of the prevalence of and the use of automatic weapons with 5.56 and 7.62 ammunition on use.
You know what I enjoy, people? I enjoy listening to Fitzgerald Hines. And I enjoy listening to him in Parliament speak to the best of his ability. Like if he will get some kind of prize or something for the best spokesman in the Parliament. No, serious. While families are crying out, for murder, for rape, for car theft, for house breaking, for robbery, he has been well spoken in the Parliament, as if there's an award for the best speaker in the House. Imagine that, eh? You all are aware of all these things. But then again, he's the Minister of National Security. He told us it is not his job to make sure Tobago safe, you know. And apparently he said his job is to make sure there are resources. Good for nothing, waste of time. You see, I will tell you something, viewers. Because of the fact that I am versed with security and intelligence, Fitzgerald Hines and his whole team can't come around me with nonsense, you know. You cannot come around me with nonsense. But, oh, the police can't do this, and they can't do that, and we don't have this, and we did. No, you're talking crap to Saieed. You're talking crap. Now, Hines said, information provided by the Commissioner of Police showed that robberies and burglaries have not increased, as records shown that there were 145 events over the last 4 months compared to 185 events in the same period in May 2022. Listen to him again.
With respect to part 1 of the Senator's question, as it relates to robberies and burglaries conducted in homes and called home invasions, these statistics show that they have not increased overall. For as the record shows, there were 145 such events over the last 4 months as compared to 185 such events as at the same period in 2022. However, we are mindful that that statistic gives no comfort to the victims of this very heinous and horrible crime and the experience that they suffer as a consequence of it.
Now viewers, he said TDPS is very concerned about home invasion and strategy is aimed at assisting with deterrence of criminal violation have been deployed. Listen to our minister.
The provisional figures for communities within the following police districts where increases were recorded are as follows. Cunupia area, an increase from 5 in 2022 to 12 in 2023. St. Joseph, an increase from 9 to 11 for the same period, and Barataria from 9 to 10 for the same period. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service continues to be very concerned about the incidence of home invasions and continue to undertake measures to address this serious problem. Several strategies, aimed at assisting with the deterrence and suppression of such criminal violations, including home invasions, have been deployed. A special team has been designated to respond to home invasions across the country. The team comprises of intelligence officers, CID personnel, and analysts. In addition, efforts are well underway to enhance their training and to bolster the equipment and other resources that they need.
Well spoken, eh? Caller, good night.
Very, very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
So what is this man's problem? All of a sudden, he's concerned about murder rate, explosion, car theft, and all the crime and whatnot. He's all of a sudden concerned. He's wasting time in Parliament. That is the same man, remember, who said his job is not to keep us safe?
Correct.
Lord help us. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. Now, Hines also noted that data from serious crimes over the past 6 months compared to the corresponding period of 2022 shows a decrease of 10% except in the categories of murder, car theft, and narcotics offense. One more time before we go for this break.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has advised that the provisional data for occurrences of serious crimes over the last 6 months compared to the corresponding period in 2022 indicates a decrease of approximately 10% as follows. Murders, an increase from 257 to 280, and we are talking about the 6-month period from December 2021 to May 2022 as compared to December 2022 to May 2023, the 6-month period the Senator spoke about.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at RealTalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of RealTalk